Hi, it's Alexis Peppel from Peppel Insurance. I wanted to make a quick video just with an update on the changes that the Inflation Reduction Act is going to have on Medicare in 2025. I did a video, you can see it on my YouTube channel, for the Inflation Reduction Act and the big changes and impacts it's going to have to Medicare in 2025. Obviously, when I filmed that, I'm working off of the information that was currently out to us as independent insurance brokers, and there have since been some new developments. So I wanted to come up and give a little update on exactly what is now happening and the implications for prescription drug coverage and Medicare for 2025. So going back, quick refresher. The Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, it has a piece of that legislation that's rolling out in 2025. Essentially, what it's going to do is it's going to cap prescription drug costs for beneficiaries, people enrolled in Medicare, from $8,000 this year down to $2,000. Sounds like a good positive thing. And for people that are on expensive medications, it is a positive. For the many, many Medicare beneficiaries that are not on expensive medications and don't have costs above $8,000 or even that $2,000 threshold that will be implemented next year, it was anticipated that it was going to be detrimental to those people, because what's also happening behind the scenes is that the costs, that gap, that $2,000 to $8,000 gap, most of those costs were going to have to be absorbed by the insurance companies, the Uniteds, the Humanas, the Anthems, the Aetnas of the world. And so we had anticipated as an industry that those insurance companies were going to increase those prescription drug plan premiums pretty significantly. Well, guess what it also is? An election year. So the government has stepped in to subsidize these rate increases so that the insurance companies do not increase the rates as much as was anticipated and frankly was proposed by the insurance companies before CMS, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid, decided to do what is called a demonstration, specifically a Premium Stabilization Demonstration. They've done these demonstrations in the past. It's not something new. But basically what this demonstration is they are going to subsidize to the insurance companies a dollar amount to basically negate the premium increases that were going to happen because the insurance companies had to absorb these new costs that were being forced onto them, essentially. So CMS, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid, rolled out a Premium Stabilization Demonstration. The insurance companies had to opt into that. It can potentially run for 3 years. So CMS is going to give them a subsidy. The other thing that happened is that the government subsidy was increased very significantly from $29 this year to $142 for next year. So the government is going to subsidize Medicare, the insurance companies, that huge difference amount for next year to again prevent them from significantly increasing those premiums. So in my first video, I said, oh my gosh, premiums are going to jump triple, quadruple. And they would have, and that was what was proposed until this subsidy was announced and this stabilization demonstration was rolled out. So now it's becoming a bit of a Y2K situation, if you will. The sky is not falling. I still, lips are sealed on what the plans look like until October 1st, when I can actually talk about those policies. But now we're anticipating that it is not going to be as much of an increase in the plan premiums as we had anticipated previously before we knew about the subsidy and this CMS demonstration. So all of that to be said, another really great thing that's happened, and I say that extremely sarcastically, something else that has happened, WellCare. That's an insurance company. So there's the United, Humana, Anthem, Aetna. WellCare is a large insurance company. They are probably the largest individual, standalone Part D prescription drug plan provider in the Medicare space across the country. I'm contracted with them. I'm an independent agent with them. The way that an independent agent like myself gets compensated is we get a commission from the insurance companies when we write a policy. You, as my client, you've never paid me anything. You've never written a check. From your eyes, I've done this all out of the goodness of my heart. But the way that I make a living is the insurance companies pay me a commission. WellCare has announced that they will no longer pay commissions. Not only will they not pay commissions on new business that is written, they will no longer pay commissions or residuals on the business that I have written for them over the years that I've been contracted with them. That's how I make a living. That is unfair. That basically degrades the integrity of my profession as an independent broker helping you navigate Medicare. It is also a massive disservice to you as the end user that now you are forced to navigate Medicare on your own, which is extremely complicated. And I am now put in a very awkward position because I want to help everybody get the right plan for them. But unfortunately, I don't get big government subsidies to fund my paycheck. I have to work for my paycheck and the insurance companies pay me. So now I'm put in a really uncomfortable position with many of my clients, and with this large company being one of the biggest prescription drug plan providers across the country, and they're not going to pay me to do my job to help you, it's a disservice to both of us, me as a professional and you as a beneficiary trying to navigate Medicare. So my call to action, if you have enjoyed working with me, and if you think that my role in helping you navigate Medicare has been beneficial, I would ask that you make a phone call to CMS, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid, and you petition to them that this is unfair for insurance companies to not pay independent brokers what they are due for the work that they have done. So CMS is the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid, and their phone number, I have to read it, I don't know that one by heart. It's 1-800-985-3059. I'll have it up at the bottom of the screen, but CMS 1-800-985-3059. I would implore you to please call and let them know that you do not think that what WellCare is doing is ethical, correct, or in the best interest of anybody, broker or beneficiary. It is a disservice. So all of this to say, I know that I've asked all of you to book review appointments on my calendar. I have a lot of clients. I've been very blessed to be successful in this business. I've enjoyed helping all of my clients and will continue to help all of my clients. But with this new information that has come out, I don't anticipate the need to have all of the reviews like I anticipated initially because of this Inflation Reduction Act. So what my plan of attack is for the annual enrollment period is I am going to be making videos. I'm going to make a video specific to the plan that you are enrolled in. So if you're on a United Healthcare plan, I am going to put what the plan looked like in 2024, what the plan looks like in 2025. I will call out the differences between the two. If those differences are something that you are comfortable with, sort of the natural transition from year to year that we have typically seen, then there is no need for us to do a review. Your policy will automatically roll over into next year. The reason to do a review this year is if you have had significant changes in your health or a significant change in the list of prescription medications that you're taking. If you do not have one of those two things, there really is not a need to do a review this year. We can let your policy ride over into next year, and everything should be okay, will be okay. But if you've had either a change in your health, significant change in health, or a significant change in your medications, then I definitely want you to reach out and we will have that appointment. For those of you that have already set appointments with me, again, once you see the videos of the plan comparisons, I'll be able to send those out the first week of October. We potentially might not need to have that appointment that you've booked on my calendar. But again, I will leave that to your discretion once you see those videos that I've sent out. So again, sorry for the hair on fire. I was working under the information that we had at the time. And because I want to do what's best for my clients, I wanted to make sure that you were armed with that information. As the government, everything sort of evolved, and with them realizing that the insurance companies were really going to hike up those premiums, this all sort of happened at the end of August, that they're now stepping in and they're basically going to throw money at the problem so that you as the end beneficiary don't feel that you had this huge hike increase. Now, again, think about it. Somewhere on the back end, somebody's paying for it. And at the end of the day, it's probably us. So just because the government is coming in and they're saving you from this premium doesn't mean that somehow we're going to end up paying this on the back end. Again, I'll try to keep you abreast of information as it comes out, but I did want to send this video so that you guys understand what is going on and just sort of preface for the annual enrollment period that there might not be, well, there will not be as big of a need for these reviews as was anticipated when we were first hearing about what the insurance companies were planning to do with premiums for next year. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Go to my website, peppelinsurance.com. I have a lot of videos, a lot of information on there as well. But I wanted to get this out to you. I appreciate all of you and thank you for taking the time to listen.